everybody, our Aussies and our Kiwis, to our second Champions Academy in Australia and New Zealand. And the reason why we have a second is the first one went well, right? You don't have a second one if the first one wasn't good. So we're so proud of each and every single one of you. We're so excited. Our goal is in 30 minutes to be able to give you some insight, some wisdom, some direction on the next week and where we're going and how you can expand and really scale your business. And if you don't know me, my name is Zheng. I've been with the Drops since they first came out 13 years. And what's cool is we're able to see a global perspective. So our goal is, I mean, even on this call, we have 3 different continents on the call. So we have, of course, Australia, New Zealand, but we have Amelia, Harper with us today, and Dana's on the call too. Wow, gosh. They're in Africa. And then, of course, I'm out here, United States as well too, we're in America. I also want to plan in your minds who here, while we're, of course, focused on Australia and New Zealand, and we need to take over the market, who here also wants an international business? You want business all over the place. How about waking up on a Saturday and you see money in your pocket because your teams around the world were doing business, and now you wake up to all of this good news, right? So start really planning that into your mind. And I know that we are aligning with the vision of Australia and where we're going. And a couple of announcements that we have is that, like, this is the time that you want to lock in. This team is going to be a very big reason why Australia grows as a market. So is everyone, by the way, in the Partner Co. Australia New Zealand leadership group? If you're not, highly recommend to be in there. Super important. You get all the latest details. I was just watching and catching up on some announcements with Alana. And the vision is that Australia and New Zealand will be a tier 1 market in the Partner Co. world. So I want us all to think about that. Yeah, give me a wave or put a 1 in the comments below if you're in alignment with that. That means that if we bring this company to tier 1, this market to tier 1, guess what? You have tier 1 paychecks, and people get paid very well out here and all over the world as well too. So before I dive into further, I'd love to hand it over to Rick and Janeane, but what's on your guys' minds? What's tip of the spear? What's important for us to think about as we get into today? Feel free to mute yourself and let's see if we can hear you guys. There you are.
Lovely. Thank you so much, James. Appreciate it. And just straight away, must thank Amelia Harper for jumping on at a crazy hour all the way across the Atlantic, Pacific, or wherever it is, whichever direction you go around the planet. We're so grateful for that. Personally, one of the things that I've been aware of my journey, and I'm sure Janine's the same, I think, is being aware of what motivates you. What's the thing that causes you to move into action? If you reflect on Partner Co., for us, since we've been here, we've seen so many things already. Just this week, we've seen a new website. So if you're looking for things, if you're looking to see movement, if you're looking to see action, if you're looking to see a genuine partner that's engaged with what's going on in your goals, then we're seeing massive amounts of evidence for that. So we look back recently also to things like Alice, the artificial intelligence support that we have now available to us to help us with onboarding. We look with so many of the physical assets that we have that Partner Co. provide us. So if you're looking for someone that physically demonstrates active support as a means of motivation, then I don't think you have to look any further. That's obvious in our eyes, in our world. But if you're a different beast, different nature, and you have a different type of motivation, it's really critical for you to be able to understand, what that is, what drives you to move into action. And if you don't yet fully understand it for yourself, then that's part of the journey for you as well. Make sure you go on the road to find out, really dig hard and discover what will move you to do things. I think we're going to hear some wonderful words from Amelia Harper today around some of these elements that are really important in terms of achievement and regret. Personally, for me, it's been about just being part of the team, you know, not missing out, fear of missing out on being engaged with a group of people in the same journey. I know from my wife, Janeane, and some other people I know on this call, it's about having a list of things to do and ticking them off, you know, being able to tick something off as completed, as done, and needing to do that every day. So I'm not going to dig into it too much more other than suggest if you're serious about progression, then you must get clear on what drives you, what motivates you, what will move you. So you can call it motivation, you can call it goals, you can call it other things, but what will move you from here to where you want to be? Um, so with that in mind, James, I might hand back to you to introduce Amelia.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks for the wisdom always, guys. These are our Partners Council members. So appreciate you for sharing that. I'm going to toss up real quick as well, too, because this team, the reason why this team is going to explode is not because of me. It's not going to be because of one person or two people. It's because it's all of us leaning in together, pouring in our gifts, pouring in and driving with our motivation forces. I didn't ask her to share, but just a quick minute or two. Fina Toscano is also, what was it, number 9 power ranker in all of Australia, New Zealand, also on the Partners Council members will too. So massive collaboration. But Fina, what's exciting you right now in the market? Like, what are you focused on? What are you excited about?
Hi guys, good morning. Sorry, I'm having a bad hair day, so I'm sure the
It
ladies
looks
know
great.
that. Yeah, so I think we've come into a stage and an age where we've gone post the pandemic and the COVID age, and people have learned so much about that. And I feel that more and more people now are looking for natural remedies to their health problems because they have been doing the mundane things, taking the same medications for 30 years and seeing no results. And now they are ready to try something new. And I think there's a mindset that's being open in Australia. And I think I'm excited about that.
There we
And that's where
go.
we come in, really.
That is true. I know Australia was locked down for a long time and people were sick of that, right? So they want freedom with their health and also with their business too. Thanks, Fina, for all of that wisdom right there. So, and I see in the chat, Nikki Chubb just had a customer message her saying she wants to become a partner. I'm telling you, those that plug into calls like this and you're around the campfire, you're just going to see how results just start to formulate. All right. So all hands on deck for the Connect conference. By the way, put a 1 in the comments if you're going. Like, this is the thing. This is huge. We have multiple continents coming. Jody's going, and Lucia's going, and Tessa's going, and Joe's going, and Marsha and Angela. Oh my goodness. So many friends. Stacy's going. Come on. If you're not yet going, Cindy's going. You gotta come. Christy, you're going as well too. This is the thing to come to. And I already know those that go to this event are just going to explode in 2025. So March 13th to 15th, make the time out there. We're going to have a special event just for our team, for every single person that goes there. But it was just announced that there's also a special VIP event that you can have the full experience. This isn't just going to be a meeting. This is going to be fun. And I don't know about you, but I need more smiles and laughter in my life. And I know that this event will do that. You might not learn anything, but you'll have a lot of fun doing it. No, you'll learn a lot too. But you'll have breakthroughs. You'll walk out with memories. You'll walk out with an enthusiasm where you're just going to be able to go through any single challenge out there and continue to expand your business. Quick story. The way I feel about Australia right now is when Partner Co was first formulating less than 2 years ago, I had an option. And I want to pose this to you guys as well too. And there was a group of leaders that was getting together, and they were going to have the first meeting of Partner Co. We didn't have a name yet, but we were talking with the owners. We were talking with the executives. We were finding out the vision. And one of the leaders asked me and Becky, they're like, are you guys going to go to the meeting? And can I be real with you? We were going to say no at first. We're like, I don't know. We're kind of scared. Life is busy. Like, let's go see what's going to happen. And then one thing that this person said changed me. He said, Well, if you want to have a seat at the table, you want to go to this event. And I thought to myself, man, if this company is going to be the next multi-billion-dollar company, do I want a seat at the table? Guys, if Australia and New Zealand is going to be a tier one market, if PartnerCo is going to be a multi-billion-dollar brand, do you want a seat at this table? Because we ended up going to that meeting and we did get a seat at the table. Now, 2 years later, that's how we are friends with the founders and the executives, and we're able to move around the world and do those things. I believe for this Connect conference, that is your opportunity to get a seat at the table, because it's not so big yet, but it's also not super small. It's just right. So you too can have that opportunity as well too. So I'd absolutely recommend to grab that ticket. It will be well worth your time. All right. So let me give a quick glimpse, and then I'm going to hand it over to Amelia, because she's been doing some amazing, amazing business. But last week, we introduced a high-level roadmap on what it is that we do in this business to be able to win big. And we talked about this roadmap to 6 figures. We've seen people do it in 6 months. In fact, right before this last year in North America, we launched this game plan, and we had a lot of people win this. Today, we just found out a bunch of our partners won all expenses paid trips to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And all of them, I think there's over 10, 15, maybe even 20 of them that did this. They did it because they all followed this exact same blueprint. We want to do the same thing. By the way, who here would love to be able to win a vacation out there as well too? We have some really cool things in your market. How do you win the vacations? How do you go officer, senior officer? How do you make more money? It's as simple as this. Number 1, aim to sell 3 and get 3 customers as soon as possible. 3 and free. 3 and free. I think there's some teammates that did it even this week as well too. We're building this into the culture right now. And once you do it, I would encourage you, I'll drop it in the chat here again as well too. But we made a recognition flyer. You want to yell this at the top of your lungs. You want to tell people that you did this, because this is the part that moves the whole engine of the business and the system. You want to help a lot of people get their product for free. Okay. They might not be interested in business yet. You don't know, but you're going to inch them into that way. Number 2, when you do that, you then move to what's called 10 and 2, 10 customers and 2 partners. You're going to make over $500. Then you help your 2 people do 3 and free, and then you repeat it. You do this over and over and over again and duplicate it. That's how you win the trips. That's how you can go senior officer, get to 6 figures plus, or you can be CEOs like Dana and Amelia. I know they were focused on helping their people hit the basics, and you just do that in mass out there. Okay. How do you make that even easier? By the way, who here this last week got at least 1 customer or 1 brand partner enrollment? Like, let me know in the chats this last week. You were able to do some type of activity. Tessa was, come on, congratulations. Jody was, congratulations. Fina, come on. That's what I'm talking about. I see it in the chats. Dana, Amelia, let's go. So then the future calls, I want to bring some of you guys up here. We're looking for you, right? We're seeing who the movers and shakers are. Cindy, congratulations. In fact, next week, I'd love to see people that do 3 and free. We might have some space for you on this call, and I'd love for you to share us your secrets, because you're the experts. You're the ones that are making this happen, all right? What's the easiest way to start going through this process? It's to go through our onboarding. Last week, we also introduced the Alice bot. We have a done-for-you automated onboarding system. So on the wellness360.community/links page, or on the Word Movement Facebook, you want to make sure that you and all of your people go through this onboarding. And we know if people went through the onboarding, because at the end, there's a post that you make that says, I've launched my business. All right. Who here has people that still need to go through this onboarding process? They need to start going through those details, right? Do you want to start leveraging these things? Now, no, you do have to be mindful that I know Rick and Janeane, they have a separate team board. So use that board. And also There's one video in the onboarding. Different markets have different rules to the comp plan a little bit. In Australia and New Zealand, you have 4 Fridays to go ultimate. In the United States, it's 8 Fridays. Don't worry. If you want it, it's one of those things. The time really doesn't matter. It's if you want it, we'll figure it out and everything. But just be mindful of those 2 little nuances. But the rest is pretty much the same. So you can have technology working for you so you can do the most important things out there. All right. So I want to toss it over to Amelia Harper. Amelia, if you do not know her, she just did an incredible Breakfast of Champions call today, which if you have not plugged into, I'd encourage you. If you need some mindset shifts, go to bocpodcast.com. Amelia is a 7-figure earner, an amazing team leader, an incredible mother, somebody that you have to watch out, by the way. Depending on the accent you hear from her, you can tell how she feels at the moment. Is she going to go straight up in your face? You might see some Nigerian in her. If she's like not, then it's a different phase. But Amelia, tell us what's on your heart. For us, what do we need to focus on right now to take this market to the next level?
Oh my goodness. I am just so honored to be here with each and every one of you. And I've got to give it back to James. I don't know. I still believe you have 8 hands. You got to stand up, dude. Like, how are you pulling up all these things all at once? I'm like, I try to do it and my computer's falling down and I'm like, things are flipping. I'm like, no, forget about it. We can't all be the same. And that's something I love about this community and this business is you don't have to be like someone else, right? So you can always celebrate everyone's talent. So thank you so much, James, for your incredible leadership. And I mean, honestly, you are making this industry seem like cakewalk. May God give you long, long life, but like 200 years plus eternity. Oh man. Rick and Janeane, thank you so much for your incredible leadership. Dana and I sit here and we're just blown away by what you're all doing there in the Australian market. Australia and New Zealand, we're trying to even duplicate that in other parts of our organization, copy your play, get the excitement going, get the production going. And it's a testament to the passion each and every one of you have. And it's not just about making money or making a sale. It's about helping people, and you're really passionate about helping people, and it drives you and it motivates you. And what I have to say is Dana and I, we're just in the doing, okay? We're very action focused as a couple. And something about this industry that we've learned is, success loves speed, success loves action, right? It takes a lot of mindset. That's why we have the Breakfast of Champions call. Thank you so much to all the incredible leaders that are plugging in and pouring into every single person. I mean, how many of you are enjoying the Breakfast of Champions? I mean, just put a 1 in the chat if you're loving it. But all I could think about today getting on this call was love and gratitude, right? Because this business, what we do is hard. All we do is talk with people and connect with people. I find it to be very fun. How many of you think it's fun doing what we do? And I feel like if I could spend most of my days doing it and doing it with more people and all of us doing it together. I told someone the other day, they're like, oh, I just hate my job. I hate my life. I was like, well, you should be a network marketer. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, you should join my team. Well, what's your team? Glad you asked. I'll send you a link. And it's just so simple. One thing about me, y'all, okay, the Texan accent just came out. So James, okay. So I lived in Texas for 18, gosh, I'm all over the place. One thing about me is I might not have all the technical lingo and know all the intricate details. And how many of you are not the experts and don't know all the compensation plan, break it down? All I know is if I get a customer and I get a partner, I get paid. How many of you is like that? I'm sorry, I'm an African girl. And I had some new partners that joined our team here in Nigeria. They're like, and he said, Madam, so what if I have people that maybe they don't speak the way, you know, all these videos and the way they are speaking, and maybe they're like, you know, simple, and they don't really get all of, what if they cannot click all the documents and maybe watch all the videos? Or maybe I was like, perfect, they don't have to. In fact, that's why I need you on my team, because then you can talk to them the way they want to hear it. He said, I said, exactly. You see that? So, I mean, we don't have to be the best. All we need is more people that have different talents, that have something to offer, and we help them become the best version of themselves. We bring out their passions, their dreams. We help them see, for example, we have another lady who, when she found out about the reward program that we have, where you get to travel, all expense paid. How many people are excited about Punta Cana? Okay, it ain't over till it's over. I know this is an Aussie team. We have other places that you're all gonna go to. But you have to be excited about these things and show people what we have to offer here in this business. So find what drives you to work your business, what gets you up, and don't get hung up on the details. We do two things. We get customers, we get partners. That has always been the thing, right? Get yourself launched, make sure you know how to send a link, make sure you know how to help someone get their questions answered, and make sure you know how to get them signed up. That's it. And then you teach other people to do it. That is the name of the game. That is all we do. It doesn't get more complicated than that. So we have to be growth and expansion obsessed, okay? In order for Australia and New Zealand to be tier 1 market in the world, you have to be obsessed with the growth. You have to be obsessed with where the next person is going to hit their rank. You have to be obsessed with the next testimonial, with the next experience. You have to be obsessed with all of those things and just go after it. So at the end of the day, one call to action I can say is check the pulse of your business. First of all, check your pulse. Because maybe your business is, I don't want to offend anybody. I said, don't come out. Maybe your business is a reflection of your pulse, okay? And I had to ask myself that question too. I often have to, we always have to do that. Is my business a reflection of how I am? Am I cool? Then my business is cool. Am I on fire? Then my business is on fire, right? And that comes across to all other business partners because they feed off of your energy. As a leader, they feed off of your energy. Prospects feed off of your energy. Customers feed off of your energy. I was in my volunteer work yesterday and, preaching, and I'm a Bible teacher. That's my passion. That's what I live for. This industry allows me to be able to do this full time. And so I'm sitting there and someone's sharing with me how she experienced depression and all the things she has gone through. And I just listened. I just listened to her. Look at what people are going through, guys. This is normal life. We're dealing with human beings just like ourselves that have challenges that we have. Talk to people, listen to them, let them tell you what they need. And at the end of the day, she said, it's like, I have no control over my body. I have no idea why I feel this way. I don't know what to do about it. I struggled with this for almost 20 years. I'm like, whoa. I was like, well, you'll be shocked to know what I found out because I also went through postpartum depression. I also went through suicidal thoughts. I attempted suicide twice. She's like, how is it that you're just walking around here? And I said, well, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. You've got to fill your spiritual need, but you also got to take care of your body. She's like, take care of my body. I'm doing everything. I'm taking all the pills. Well, maybe it's not pills. Have you ever tried this? And guess what? She was so excited to try Noni. I went ahead and gave her a bottle yesterday. She's been messaging me, excited. She can't wait to share it with the world after she gets her testimonial. So you see, what we do is so simple, guys. Connect with people and be obsessed with the growth and ask yourself, is my growth dominant? Am I obsessed with it? Am I obsessed with helping people? Am I obsessed with sharing this with people? And how many of us can band together and say, you know what? The next tier I want to hit is manager. But in order to do that, 1,000 pay line means probably about 10 people getting the drops. Probably means maybe about, 15 people getting Noni. So take what you need to achieve and divide it up and go after it and help everyone do it. So I'm a very simple lady. I'm an action doer. I like to do things rather than talk a lot about them. And I cannot wait to see so many of you achieve your goals, your dreams. Let's blow up the Australian market. And this is the #1 team. I don't know anybody else is out there. Okay, PartnerCo is the #1 company, but this is the #1 team. Okay, so let's do it.
Let's go. Throw your favorite emoji in the chat. I feel like I'm on fire now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I need to go talk to someone now, guys. Thank you so much for your wisdom on that. And yeah, I love that we have an international business that you can travel every single place, right? So come over here to Punta Cana or go over to Malaysia, wherever that it is. All these things are possible by doing exactly what Amelia just said. Just making it simple. Man, Amelia, that was like flick of the wrist. You have skills. I'm like, oh my gosh, you make it so simple. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Rick and Janeane, I'll toss it back to you guys to close it out. Any last thoughts as we close out this meeting here?
No, thank you so much, James and Amelia. Just absolutely stunning. Just such beautiful, simple, but strong passion and energy and enthusiasm for what you do. Inspirational. Thank you very much. So from us, as we close out, a very quick 30 minutes how it flies when you're having fun. We wish so much for everybody that's here. You know, it's important in life to be able to chase a dream, and so we would urge you to build on that. What's that for you? And then once you have a dream that you wish to chase, you need a vehicle. We are absolutely certain that this vehicle is the best that we've ever seen in this industry. It is simply outstanding. The heart and resources and possibilities within PartnerCo are beyond belief. And so then write it down, get clear about it, and as Amelia suggests, just move into action and head towards it with energy. One of the observations I would share of my life and certainly of our lives is that sometimes you've got your eye on the dream and what you're really looking to achieve. But in the end, as you step towards it, can be just as much fun as actually when you arrive. If you're interested in the journey. So don't miss that along the way. It's a wonderful journey as well. Keep your eye up. But every now and then, just look down and enjoy the very moment you're in going through. And as Amelia suggested, if you're helping people in that very moment, that very instant, often that's very, very nearly enough. I think just for us this week across the group, we've heard, I don't want to throw a number out that exaggerates, but so many instances of people simply helping someone else. So many people just do with the simple act of sharing the products and people being so grateful for lovely testimonials. So if that excites you as well, and get those magic little moments on the way because they are so worthwhile. So enough for us. Thank you so much for giving up some of your time on Saturday morning. We really appreciate it, and we hope it's valuable to you. Thank you, Amelia, for very early hours of the morning, and James in the afternoon. So I'll hand back to you, James, just to close it out. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Oh my gosh, Cameron Bott is calling me. So, President of Africa. So anywho, whoops. Oh, I'm gonna decline your call. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I'll call right after this. So, there we are. It's gonna be a great week. Next week, my challenge to you is if you don't have your ticket yet for Connect, grab it. And then number 2, if you didn't get your 3 and free done yet, get that done. Post that flyer. I want to highlight some of you next week because the secret to exploding this market is your story. All right. On that, guys, feel free to unmute yourself. We'll talk soon. Have a great weekend. God bless.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day.
See ya.
Guys.